Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome to the first episode of the Trauma Show. So, this is episode number one. Basically, it's going to be a little tidbit about everything that's happening, more or less, in the life of trauma, also known as the Trauma Doc, and as to why I am getting into podcasting again and kind of just overall just feeling about, and just looking to see and feel the waters because I came from doing a large cryptocurrency podcast about Dogecoin that was known worldwide as the crypto show during the heights of cryptocurrency with Dogecoin taking off. And a lot of people got per se rich out of that. And I'm sure a lot of people also got burned on that. But I don't think it'll be for long. I think as starts to come back up, I think that a lot of people will kind of feel left out that they didn't buy anything sooner on. But I did want to say that I am going to be doing podcasts quite regularly, and I plan to guest on several others as well. So we have three series on my website, trauma.show. It's the trauma show. One is Mental Health Matters, basically, and that just talks about depression, anxiety, PTSD, working as a first responder, talking to the fellow first responders as well, healthcare workers like myself who was in the COVID units during the time of the pandemic, in addition to, coping with losses and struggles within life and all that. I think I could be a really good advocate, especially after knowing what I've gone through with losing both parents and most of my family, and kind of falling on hard times per se. The next one is Trauma's Tech Corner. Basically, that's where the cryptocurrency stuff is going to fall into, all anything technology wise. Um, Pretty much computer wise, website design, networking, engineering, system administration. Basically, if it involves internet or if something tech related, it falls under the Trauma Tech Corner. Trauma's Tech Corner will also have guests on it as well, much like the other series that I'm doing, but it's strictly just for technology. The third one is Trauma Goes Off Topic. Basically, that is where all of the random stuff is going to go. That includes the breaking news events that may happen or anything that I think is worth talking about, notably. And I want this to be a very friendly environment, per se. I don't want it to come off as an alt right, alt left, conspiracy fed podcast, much like Alex Jones. I don't want to do that, but I do want to talk about what's happening politically, especially like right now with the Afghanistan war that is ultimately imminent upon us. Talking about that, talking about obviously the 20th anniversary of 9/11 that is coming up here in a couple of weeks. I really want to touch base on a lot of this stuff and kind of just introduce it to the trauma show. I have a platform on TikTok. I have millions of fans, hundreds of thousands of followers over various platforms. And I really think that this podcast will kind of bring back that crypto show feel to where people can relate to me. People can relate to others who may show up on these pre-recorded podcast bits, and eventually to where we can actually go live with it again. I want to hold off on going live and really just center the attention onto this pre-recorded stuff, especially now that I do have a very nice setup that I'm thankful for, thanks to followers and whatnot, which, obviously is a Shure SM7B. It's a super nice microphone. Um, Going into a cloud lifter preamp, also known as a Fed head, and it's being powered with the almighty Go XLR by TC Helion. So the Go XLR is a giant software-defined mix board. It has lots of options, and I could not be any more happier with it. As you guys see on the screen in the bottom right-hand corner is a live waveform of the pure audio being generated by this amazing microphone and audio setup. In the left corner is where the music that Spotify is playing in the background. So you can see the title and the artist all on there. But I want this to be a very mellow and just a very chill place to come in and talk, discuss, plan, organize, and generate ideas and content, and just ultimately lift people up in a positive matter. There's so much negativity. It's also affecting me. Is There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of people who are spreading false information or misleading information to try and kind of get on me. Just try to bring me down morally and ultimately online. Oh, it's been a long day, is what it has been. But I really want to be able to come in, do these podcasts, maybe an episode a night or something like that. Just take a good 20, 30 minutes and just talk about what's going on in the life of Trauma Doc. You don't have to call me Doc or anything. I'm perfectly fine if you want to call me Trauma. I know a lot of you will probably still call me King from back in the cryptocurrency days. So King it is. I'm perfectly okay with King. And again, I want to make this very clear and just put it out that you're not required to donate or do anything like that. Tips are appreciated, donations are appreciated, but this is a free platform. No one has to feel obligated to donate in any way, shape, or form. Hell, I'm gonna say it, just you listening and supporting the podcast just as a viewer and a listener after everything that's been going on is more than enough. And if you're here, I'm very thankful that you are. I know there was a major mental health crisis that was happening as people were throwing in a lot of money into a coin that they were kind of gambling on. And ultimately, I know some of them people are no longer with us. And anxiety and depression really took a toll on their lives. And, they felt a better way was to, I guess, not continue to fight. So I am very sorry to hear about several of the viewers that, had just went all out, got too scared, got too worried. I've heard some stories, and I think other co-hosts had heard of them as well. And whether they're fully true and accurate or whatnot, I can't confirm the validness of them. But just know that we are here. We're still all a family when it comes to cryptocurrency and Dogecoin. We're still all a family. I got a little wet feet, and I publicly went on with Chad, Uncle Chad, and several other larger name Dogecoin promoters, and basically said, "Hey, I was in the wrong there for a little bit. I was going through a lot, guys. I'm real sorry about that." And they accepted the apology from what I've understood, and and kind of invited me back into that world of being a promoter and being a show host, basically. And that's what I want to do is, this is going to include multiple different series, but one of those series is Trauma's Tech Corner, to where we do cover the cryptocurrency side. I am really appreciative of everyone, and I honestly expect this to kind of be a safe haven, a safe place to where we can come, we can chat and have conversations. So Again, welcome to the Trauma Show, guys. Thank you very much for coming.